levels, it's layers, so pray for the players. We hollowed the walls and back up bodegas. I got plenty, it's so many, yeah. They say gimme, he got plenty, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We out here for the third time this fucking week. I mean, this effing week. I didn't mean to say fucking because the YouTube algorithm is so fucking sensitive. Say fucking in the first fucking 30 seconds. They act like they don't want people to hear the fucking video.
So with that being said, effing.
Yeah, F it. We out here 3 times this week, 3-peat. King Push dropped today.
Hold on, before we even get into that, I would like to say like, comment, subscribe, write it on a Post-it note, go slap it on the wall of some Starbucks that you drink your coffee in the morning.
Right.
Basically, put the Recovery Room podcast out there because we are going to be doing these episodes a lot more, and there's gonna be some visuals with it. This podcast is really about to take that next step. So
absolutely,
go ahead and tell all your friends. Send us music. Send us things you want us to review.
Oh yeah,
movies, music, TV shows.
On our production meeting time, we got to make one of those tweets. And we got to tell people that we starting to do it live on Twitch and YouTube next week. And if they want their fucking songs and shit put in it, then they need to drop the links below the tweet. Mm-hmm. Anyway, because during that, we can play they shit throughout the fucking episode.
Yeah.
So, anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Tell everybody because starting next week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday. No, not probably. Starting next Wednesday, live. And from then on, every time live. You know what that mean, right? Y'all know what that mean? Y'all gonna get POV from the fucking crowd at Rolling Loud this year.
Yeah.
Anyway, Pusha T dropped today. It's almost dry. He came out with the album. And dare I say, this is one of the few motherfuckers in any walk of life, in sports, any of that you see hit they fucking prime in their 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the only other person? Tom Brady. Tom Brady had like 4 primes though, so you don't count. To me. If you listen to, what's that joint called? My Name Is My Name.
Mm-hmm.
King Push, Darkest Before the Dawn. Daytona, this shit crushes all of those. Especially Daytona, because it's not because Daytona was not good. Daytona was great. But you see on Daytona when he was constrained to that fucking publicity, or not the publicity stunt, but what's the word we looking for? That gimmick that Kanye was doing where everybody only could make 7 tracks versus an album where he could stretch his fucking legs out.
Right.
Like, and you get this as the product. And I'm talking about, I'm going to tell you off the bat why I like this album so much more than I like his other albums. Straight up, it's because the cocaine references is more subtle in this shit.
Yeah.
The cocaine, instead of using it to say I'm such the big drug dealer, that shit was used to tie in other parts of his life, or the life he portrays in his raps. And the cocaine selling shit was just a backdrop to it this time instead of the main focus to me. Like, even with the bars, like, he instead of rapping about coke, he rapping about his son. My son is a work of art, and I'm Shakespeare. Shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I just gotta say, man, like, this is a great album, and the production is crazy, and Kanye did his thing, but Pharrell just fucking knocked it out of the park, bro.
Yeah, it was good to see, an album that actually had some quality to it. Cuz nowadays, I mean, I'm going to be honest, the music is a little saturated with, similar to the same thing and the same artist. So to hear Pusha T, one who I think is one of, I don't want to say one of the goats, but definitely one of those top tier rappers and lyricists, in my opinion. To see him come out and still can drop some heat, like this is an all around 100% solid album, as far as lyrics, production, features, all put together. So it was just good. It was great to hear this album, and I actually enjoyed listening to it.
Absolutely. Like, the album was just. I listened to this shit, like, the reason why I'm feeling comfortable talking about it, because I listened to this shit like 7 or 8 times already. I listened to it as soon as it came out last night because I was wide awake.
Yeah.
So I was like, I might as well go ahead and, like, when you wide awake on a work night, because shit, we don't get paid for the podcast yet. So niggas still got jobs. On a work night, and it's 12:11 a.m. on the spot. That's what time. 12:11 a.m. is the time when I open up Apple Music, and then you hit the fucking play button and Brambleton come on, and you get your head knocked off by a beat that's that fucking hard at that time of night. You know you in for a ride. At that point in time, you could either choose to go to fucking sleep, or you could choose to pull a all-nighter. Mm-hmm. I had to pull an all-nighter because this album ended. I started the shit back over, listened to it again. Flat out.
Yeah, so this would be my second listen. So I listened to it all the way through. The initial time I started it back over, like you said, and I listened to it again. And since then, I just, kind of just been keying in on certain songs and, going back to the ones I've really enjoyed. And I mean, I'll get into that later in the episode. But this is an album that I'll definitely be listening to more than just once. So I do agree with that.
And it's like, finally, the other day, and I know I be segmenting my fucking sentences. I start something and I stop and don't even finish the thought, but I'll circle back around to it. The other day, bro, I was trying to find something to listen to, just anything. And I opened up Apple Music, and when you open up a streaming app, you basically got damn near 80% of the world's current music at your fingertips, and I couldn't think of one fucking thing that I wanted to listen to.
I have so many days like that. So many days where I'm just like, damn, like, I want to listen to some music, but none of this shit hitting. So I also can agree with that too. Like, that's when that goes into what I was saying earlier. The music is just so saturated. It's kind of like I'm listening to the same thing over and over and over and over again, which leads me to listen to my same few songs that I like already, and that, I feel like I'm kind of accustomed to listening to already. So, I mean, again, with this Push album, hearing something new was great. It was great.
Right. I was like, damn, man, finally we got some shit to listen to. Now, to be fair, I didn't listen to Ramona Park yet.
I see, and that's the thing. I am a lover of Vince Staples. That album, I think, is probably one of the best albums I've ever heard, to the point where I know all of the words, as like I know every song from front to back. I know that whole album. But I didn't get that same feeling from Ramona Park. I don't know if it didn't have enough time to, sit, or if I just didn't give it the chance that it really needed. But I just wasn't really feeling that one, and I might have to go back and listen to it, or even if you're open into reviewing that again, or I mean not again, but reviewing it at a later date, I'll definitely be open to it. But I just won't really feeling that one.
Oh, yeah, the next we could do it do it live because the next time y'all hear from us, we gonna be live. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna be live streaming. But yeah, I didn't listen to that yet. But with this, it wasn't no fucking it gotta sit on me shit. I was like, this is that. Yeah. This is that one. Pusha T finally got his. Mm-hmm. It's a list of rappers that I have been like, they up there when it come to talent, but they haven't released that one yet. It was Pusha T. Because I'm not counting the Hell Have No Fury because that was a group album. That was him and Malice. Mm-hmm. Hell Have No Fury is one of the best albums, but that's not a Pusha T album. That's a Clips album. But it was Pusha T. It was fucking... And I'm talking about one of those ones like... When I say one of those ones, I ain't talking about like when I talk about Drake, I say like, oh, if you're reading this is too late, is that one for you? No, I'm talking about something on a higher level than that. Like, if you're reading this is too late, is that one for Drake because I couldn't stand Drake before I heard that. That's a different category. That's just the shit that got me into his music. No, I was already into Pusha T music. But Pusha T was one. 2 Chainz was one. And I know niggas is gonna probably be like, what the fuck? But J. Cole is the other one. Those is the rappers I was like, they can make that shit, but they haven't done it yet. Pusha T is out of that category now with this one. Because he did. Bruh. This shit is... It's one of those ones that it was tightly constructed. Mm-hmm. It's 12 tracks. It's 35 fucking minutes long. And there ain't any time to be bullshitting around in 35 minutes and 12 tracks.
Yeah, and that is what I wanted to touch on as far as the time of the album. I love when an album is around that 30-minute mark, but they convey their point and they do it well. I'm kind of straying away from really listening to these long albums because it's too much space to really, make a wrong move. But when you have...
Excluding double albums, bro, it's only really one real long album that's an absolute classic in the world, and that's Only Built for Cuban Links. Mm-hmm. Only Built for Cuban Links is like 20 songs long, but nobody cares. Bro, like, niggas is listening to that shit, all of it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like shorter albums and shorter songs always hit harder. But going back to what you said about that J. Cole, I would also like to open that up into another topic. Does J. Cole have a classic album?
No.
I can't answer it. So I would want to go back. No. I would want to go back and, make that another conversation after, further research. And I would love to have some actual J. Cole fans on that episode. So if anybody's listening to this and you're a J. Cole fan, shoot us a DM.
That's the thing. I don't want to have no J. Cole fans on there because they going to be a fucking stan, bruh. They gonna tell you 2014 Forest Hills Drive is a classic. And this ain't even to disparage J. Cole. This is me saying I know he can fucking do it.
Mm-hmm. Because I also believe he can do it also, but I don't quite know if he has a classic yet.
I'm not a fucking stan of nobody. I will flat out tell you that some of my favorite artists ever got whack albums. Mm-hmm. Whack fucking albums. That album by Raekwon, that Lex Diamond story, man, that shit is whack. Mm-hmm. And Raekwon is an artist who made probably some people consider the best rap album ever created was made by him, which is Only Built for Cuban Links. And he made Lex Diamond Story too. So I don't stand. Like, I don't want no fucking stands in here trying to argue with me about, because if it, like, when you say that, you inviting motherfucker who say that the shit is an instant classic anytime a nigga drops something.
See, but that wasn't really the route that I was kind of taking with that one.
Now, I know you don't want that.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah, nah, I do agree with that one. But
you get a nigga like DJ Academics, who's a fucking Drake stan, who said that Drake, who called Certified Lover Boy an instant classic. I remember I was saying he was yelling at Kendrick, who smoking on what top 5? Because Drake now, the top 5 is Drake. And that was when he was listening to Certified fucking Lover Boy. Mm-hmm. Nowhere close to being Drake's best album, bro.
Nah, I do agree.
So, like, you gonna, when you say that, you're gonna get them type niggas to come out the woodwork and want to talk to you, and they not gonna hear you say that. They not gonna want to hear one negative word about Cole. And they ain't really nothing to shit on them about, because J. Cole don't really got any bad albums. Mm-hmm. He just got albums I don't like. But
and I can't even say he got albums that I don't like, because I mean, I like J. Cole's music. I
just don't like 2014 Forest Hills Drive. That's the only one I don't like. And that's probably his most popular album, bro.
And I like that album. So, I mean, I can't necessarily... I'm not shitting on J. Cole by any means. I personally believe he's one of those... Like, he's one of those ones. Like, as far as the top right now.
I don't even think he can make a classic. I think he's going to make one. Mm-hmm. Let me just get the can shit out of here. I think he's going to do it. Mm-hmm. But he hasn't done it yet. But back to Pusha T. Pusha T did that shit with this because I don't know if it was because of how it was like curated. It's only 2 really main producers on it.
For real.
But Daytona only had 1 main producer on it. But it was an egotistical motherfucker that was producing Daytona. Versus, I heard Pusha T talking about the process he was going through with this on Pharrell. He was able to sit with Pharrell and tell Pharrell, I don't like that shit right there. Or tell Pharrell, it's too much. You're doing too much on that beat. Oh, but I like that sound. And when Pusha T would tell Pharrell, oh, I like that specific sound, Pharrell would strip everything else away and build around the sound that Pusha T told him that he liked. And make a whole new creation out of it. Mm-hmm. And that's how that nigga came through with this fucking rockin' ass production that he put on this shit, bro. That nigga pulling vintage verses out of Jay. Bro, how many times have you heard Jay-Z make verses in the recent years and it sound like he just fucking mailed it in?
Nah, that's been a few.
And now on this shit, the Phase I'm On Love, I wouldn't believe it either. Blasted that Faison Love for talking shit with just that opening line. And motherfuckers probably didn't even catch that he was dissing Faison Love with that shit. Because Faison Love said everything Jay-Z ever rapped about was a fucking lie. So he said the Phase I'm On Love, I wouldn't believe it either. I mean... Pharrell pulled that fucking old J out. I got one small critique when it comes to the fucking features, though. I got one small critique. The critique I got when it comes to the features is remove both Kanye features, please.
Nah, see, I can't even, and this is one of those things, I can't even really shit on Kanye. Although, and even for the song that I like the most is the one with Kanye in it. I can't say nothing about Kanye because, for one, his verse won't that bad, and for 2, his verse won't that long. And that was the song that I like. And then the Kid Cudi song, I mean, why not? Like, he rapped about the same thing in both verses though. So I mean,
rapping about Pete Davidson, bro. Get your bitch ass on. You hurt motherfucker. Get your ass out of here with that shit.
I mean, yeah, I do agree. I agree that, you know, I would have loved to hear some more lyrical Ye, or, you know, actually have him really dive deep.
That shit
into
ain't got
spitting a
nothing to
verse.
do with what was being said on these fucking songs.
Yeah, I do agree with that, but I ain't gonna necessarily say don't have the nigga on the album. Like,
I will fuck him, man. I'm tired of hearing from him, man. I don't want shit to do with that motherfucker, bro. Like, be quiet, make some beats, and shut the fuck up. That's all I got to say about Kanye, because Kanye is fucking garbage. Like, nigga, that's rapping about that shit ain't gonna make that bitch want you anymore.
Nah, I actually kind of enjoyed hearing Ye on the album. I mean,
I didn't, bro. Like,
especially since his verses wasn't some like true garbage, I would say. Like then again,
was some non sequitur bullshit.
It also might be because it's on my favorite song on the album, so that might
it was
also have something
some
in effect,
non sequitur. Here I am to cry about what the fuck is going on in my personal life again. Bro, you ain't do enough of that on those fucking Donda albums, bro. You had to muddle up Pusha T album with that shit. I mean, that's my critique, but that ain't nothing off Pusha T. Like, I can ignore Kanye, especially on rock and roll, because we got Kid Cudi there to soften the blow. Like, we got Kid Cudi there to actually make that song. I mean, Pusha T makes his own songs good, but we got Kid Cudi there to fucking draw attention away from the Kanye part. To me. Like, I'm just not. I'm over the Kanye shit. I don't want to hear any more of his fucking TMZ-ification of songs, or he make paparazzi rap. All it is about drama that's happening with his fucking wife.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, get your ass out of here, bro.
Yeah, that's even damn. You said TMZ rap, right?
Yeah.
Kanye West unloads on family issues on Pusha T's new album.
Bro, what the fuck? Is that a TMZ headline?
It is a TMZ headline.
Oh my god.
So you hit that nail right on the head. Ye pops up on 2 songs, Dreaming of the Past and Rock and Roll, and not shockingly, he's got the divorce with Kim Kardashian and his kids on his mind.
Have it on, bro. You got a fucking perpetual streaming service that you sold to niggas for $200 a pop. Upload that bullshit to that thing. Like, but this is one thing I like about.
Said, I ain't come to pick up the kids to pick a fight.
The fuck is he talking about?
Born in the manger, son of a stranger. When daddy's not home, the family's in danger. I do remember that part. That's from the song I fuck with though, so that's probably why I remember that one.
But look, this is the thing though. What I like about this album, what I love about it is that a lot of times you hear albums, right? And this is throughout all the time, bro. Because when I was young and I would go to the store and pick out a CD or whatever, based off of what I heard on the radio and shit, then I hear the rest of it and be like, ugh. Mm-hmm. Let me just skip to the single. Like, the singles ain't even the best songs on this shit. Not in my opinion. Like,
nah, but I wouldn't
Diet
say
Coke.
I wouldn't say that the singles was the best song, right? But I will say Diet Coke is probably one of the best songs on this album.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the songs are still great, but they not like. It's not like on some shit, oh, the singles is hot and then the rest of this shit is garbage. Mm-hmm. Like so many albums have been before this. Like, this album is like, singles is great, but then when you go into the rest of the shit, you find heat like when I was listening to the shit, like Brambleton is already not a fucking a single that was going hard, but then when that fucking let the smoker shine the coupe came on, bro, I was going so crazy in here when I heard that. Not only because of how hard it went, but because like, have you ever heard production like that from Pharrell before? This nigga
that also amazed me. Some of these
50.
beats,
He 50 years old and done developed a whole new style.
Yeah, and that's another thing I wanted to touch on as far as production. The production on this album, well, Pharrell at least was stellar. I mean, Kanye.
Kanye production was stellar too.
No,
just
that's
not
what I'm
better
saying.
than Pharrell.
That's what I'm saying. Kanye is what I would expect from Kanye. That's why I'm not really, going so hard. Like, Kanye, oh my God, he did it. Like, nah. I expect that from him. And I expect Dreaming in the Past to be one of my favorite songs as far as the, soul sampling. But Pharrell really surprised me with this. And I'm very, very impressed. Very impressed.
And the thing about it, the production on Kanye's side, my favorite Kanye produced song is, damn it, here I go fucking up names again. My favorite Kanye produced song is Hear Me Clearly. That beat is something a little bit different for bro. Mm-hmm. Like, that sounded like something that was from the basement right there, dog. Mm-hmm. The only Kanye touch that's on that joint is the fucking synthesizer, but the rest of the beat, the meat and potatoes of the beat, bro, sound like that shit came out of RZA's Flooded Basement from 1993. Like, and like, that's the thing. I done bumped into the mic. That's the thing. Like, that's what I want to hear from Kanye right now, because he still got that. Mm-hmm. The rapping, he can't fucking separate his drama from the artistry anymore. Mm-hmm. He can't do it.
I think it's going into the thing where the drama is his artistry. That's why he's rapping about it. Because even in what was it? Ye, he was saying like, I'm a superhero, like saying that his mental instabilities made him a superhero. So I wouldn't put it too far past Kanye to be like, oh, me rapping about what's going on in my life is my art. Like, it is the rap. Because, I mean, shit. I mean, I don't know how well this is going to be conveyed, but I think I can, I think this is a pretty good argument. Through the Wire was some real life shit, right? It happened to him in real life. But
right.
I will say, although, Through the Wire is, I would go as far as to saying a classic song, it's very similar to things that are happening in his life. It's just not things with his wife and family. So that's why I kind of can't say that I don't want to hear him rap about his family, or I don't want to hear him rap about shit.
My thing about that is that on the album, when you had Through the Wire, you also had shit like Kanye's new workout plan.
Yeah.
You also had shit like Breathe In, Breathe Out.
Yeah.
You also had shit like All Falls Down. You also had shit like Never Let Me Down. Mm-hmm. You had all of those. Get them high. My flow is in the pocket like Wallace. I got the
bouncing hydraulics. You can't call it. I got this one like alcohol.
Alcoholics.
Yeah.
I was going through hell the problems. I got out the nurse to drop my ass up out of. He was doing other shit. Mm-hmm. Now it's all that. I ain't saying he shouldn't do it. Mm-hmm. I'm saying he just put out 2 Dondas that's full of it, and now he bringing it to a Pusha T album. Somebody who ain't got shit to do with his fucking divorce.
Right. Now, I do understand, but I think I'm just arguing it from a Kanye fan standpoint. That's all. The nigga is just portraying his art. That's all that I think it is. But
Nigga,
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Something art don't mean it's good.
Yeah, I do agree with that too. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I would have loved to hear this nigga rap about something different. I would have loved to hear him rap about the fucking GDs again, for real. Like,
and this is the thing. He can't do it, even though he's capable of doing it. Mm-hmm. That don't make sense at a glance, but it makes sense when I say he's capable of doing it, because we've heard Kanye make classic, amazing songs about all type of things, but he just can't get in his mind to do it. He can't use music as an outlet. He's using music as a fucking pity party at this point. Take out some aggression, nigga. Make another piss on your grave. So do something. Get mad, bro. Like, yeah, he made a whole video decapitating Pete Davidson. Fuck out of it. And I'm up in here listening. I'm trying to listen to Pusha T, who's finally he's weaving more content other than coke rap into his shit. Like, not to say he hasn't ever done it. He has, but on this album he's done it. He's doing it more than he has ever done it before. I've listened to every single thing that this nigga's ever put out. So I know what I'm talking about. At least I feel like I do. Uh-huh. But it's like I think he put his best foot forward with this one right here. This ain't a Kanye shit session, so I'm done talking about him. I just think he put his best foot forward on this. Mm-hmm. And even in some of the hooks, like, I put a Purdue chicken out on Twitter today. I just tweeted a picture of a Purdue whole chicken because I was on my 12th or 13th time listening to Let the Smoker Shine the Coop. I got him, bitch, I'm Jim Purdue. I just had to put one out there because this shit was just hitting so hard, like. And I haven't had an album in a long time that made me just want to keep listening to it in the hip-hop space. I had one in the other spaces, like that girl, Nilifer Yanya. I listened to her album a bunch of times in a row. But I haven't listened to a rap album a bunch of times in a row. I can't even remember the last one I did. Like, but I got to ask you about a specific song. What about Scrape It Off the Top? What you think about that one? The one with Don Toliver.
I love that fucking song. I love that song. And that one, and keep in mind, I was just listening to this album with no looking at my phone. Like, I wasn't looking at what was coming next, who was, featured next. So when I heard Don Toliver and Lil Uzi Vert, like, I'm like, on a Push album? What? Like, so... I mean, it was good to hear. I love that song, gang.
Bruh, this is why.
Also, one of those Pharrell beats.
Right.
So
this is the thing. This is why I don't. As much as being able to rap and lyrics is always the number one criteria when it comes to a hip hop artist. This is why I can't just take that as the only end all and be all like a lot of niggas do. Mm-hmm. And I think if you take that as the end all and be all, you're fucking one track minded.
Yeah, because I mean, before you even get into what you're about to say, I just want to say this: rap is changing. It's not about what somebody's saying all the time nowadays. It's about how they're saying it, the words that they use, their tone, their lingo, how they sound. It's not always about the lyrics anymore. It's about sound now, how shit's sounding. So with that being said, go into what you was about to say.
I was about to say, that's why, like, this is a prime example of why I fucking love Lil Uzi Vert. Bro, I don't give a fuck if he can't rap. Mm-hmm. So what? Number one, he was rapping on this shit. But I don't care if he can't rap because the nigga make shit sound good.
Make shit sound
And I like
great.
how on this track, Like, this is where you see the versatility of Pusha T, that he can really flow over anything. Like, Pusha T got EDM songs. You know that song, bum, 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 Arby's, we have the meats. Mm-hmm. That's a Pusha T song.
Yeah.
So, what Pharrell did on this joint is tuck the shit and crafted the type of beat that you would hear on a Lil Uzi Vert album. Probably to make Uzi Vert feel comfortable with what he needed to do. And Pusha T just came in and fucking fit into that shit just like a jigsaw puzzle piece, my nigga. Mm-hmm. Like, no effort. Like, no effort. Like, the nigga is, he's great at this shit. Right? He threw a shot at Drake too, bro.
I was in it. Well, what was the shot? Because I was also looking for one of those. I was waiting for a whole diss track. I was waiting for another diss track, for real.
He didn't diss him outright. He said, fuck, what did he say? He said, what's the Shiggy dance gonna do for a nigga like him? That's what
I did hear that, yeah.
Because Shiggy did this shit. What's that challenge called? The
Shiggy challenge?
It wasn't the Shiggy challenge. It wasn't nice for what? What was that? What was that shit called? What was that Drake song called that the dance went to?
Tootsie Slide?
No, not the Tootsie Slide. The one off Scorpion. In My Feelings.
Oh yeah, the Kiki. Do you love me? That shit.
Yeah, that shit. That shit, like he threw a little shot at him because Drake threw a shot. Even though today he said he let the shit slide off his back, the little Jack Harlow and Drake feature where Drake threw a shot at him. Yeah, he threw a shot at him to get the fuck out here with that Shiggy dance shit. Mm-hmm. But like, look, Hear Me Clearly is playing right now, bro. Like, that's my favorite Kanye beat up here. That shit is so off kilter. It sound like it sound like one of those old joints, right? Mm-hmm. And from the 1980s, and mind you, I wasn't even alive when this shit came out, but I am old enough to be a nigga who remember VCR tapes.
Right.
When you put a VCR tape in and the tape is kind of withered and shit, and the fucking sound on it is kind of wavy and distorted. Mm-hmm. Because the tape ain't as pristine as it was. The shit is analog. It's not digital, so the copy don't stay. The copy of the film is only as good as the tape that it's printed on, right? And the fucking sample on the Hear Me Clearly track is wavering in and out like it's coming off an old dusty VHS tape. Like, the shit is just so great. Like, that's why I will never take nothing away from Kanye production skills. Like, I'm not a fucking hater, bro. Like, I just speak my true and honest opinion. Mm-hmm. But the beat, Open Air, it ain't even because of the fucking lyrics. Because Open Air is one of the actually more formulaic Pusha T songs when it comes down to the lyrics. Because this is a straight up cocaine rap song. Selling cocaine in the open air, the coast is clear, whatever the fuck. But that fucking beat that Pharrell crafted on that shit enraptured me, my nigga. I could not stop listening to that fucking song. Let alone, bro, in the second verse, the whole beat changes. The shit raises to another level where the background vocal samples get brought more to the forefront, and then they get flipped to where it's going high, low, and then it start going low, high. That shit is so great. Like, I've been listening to that song for an entire fucking day, bro. Like, literally.
Nah, There's nothing bad that I can say about this Pusha T album. This shit is great. It's a breath of fresh air for music for me. And I mean, I think this is just gonna be a good weekend for music, honestly, because it's another album that's coming out tomorrow that's a little bit local. But I'm also ready to hear that shit. So this has been a good weekend for music for me.
What's the other album coming out?
Damage. You know, the guy who made that John Wick song. You remember the John Wick song?
Oh, the Raleigh rapper?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna listen to his album definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you when he drop it. He's dropping that shit at 12. It's gonna drop at 12, so I'm gonna be up to listen to that. And his album is called "Ain't No Salt and Vinegar."
Got you.
Ain't no salt and vinegar.
What you think about Malice? About his verse?
Malice?
Yeah.
In which song?
Malice. He's on the last song. He's on Pray for You.
I mean, shit. I mean, I can't even. I like every song on this shit. I think all of it was good. Like I'm not like this is one of those albums for me that's kind of like it's one of those no skips albums. Like it's some like and it's a bunch of albums that I skip songs on. I'm gonna just be honest. This is one of those albums that I'm listening all the way through every time. If I listen to one song, I gotta listen to all of them. So I really have nothing bad to say about any of the songs.
Nigga Malice. Nigga Malice said, when I was in the mix, I opened up your nose like I was cutting it with Vicks. Bro, I ain't even go. I gotta give it to you. Malice was always my favorite in the clips. He was always my favorite in the clips when they was releasing group albums. If hustling is a must, be Sosa, not Tony. That came from Malice.
Yeah.
Like you saw Pusha T use that shit on this album. He said we ain't no Tonys in my circle. We Sosas here.
I did hear that.
That's a Malice verse. If hustling is a must, be Sosa, not Tony. Because Sosa was the plug, bro. Tony wasn't. Tony was a customer at the end of the day. And he was a fucking dope head. But I think the Kanye and Pharrell combination was just a fucking perfect mix.
Yeah. I mean, it's always a good time when you get Pharrell on some shit. Like, Pharrell is one of those fucking, he's a legend. Like, that nigga's a legend.
The Neptunes are fucking incredible, my nigga. Like,
yeah.
Pharrell is, this shit so, it's crazy to me. Cause Pharrell is so versatile that Pharrell produced Hey Dirty, baby, I got your money, don't you worry.
I said, hey,
that's a Neptune track.
I didn't even know that. Like,
yeah. That's why Khalees is on it. That's Khalees singing the hook on it.
Yeah, I know that's Khalees singing the hook. I just never knew Pharrell.
Yeah, it's a Neptune's joint.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got shit that sound like this in the bag too. Like, want me to tell you how I was able to pick out the Pharrell produced tracks on here?
How?
It's because when I listened to the album, I was like, oh, that's definitely a Kanye. Oh, yeah, Kanye did that one. Oh, yeah, Kanye did that one. Kanye did that one and that one. And I knew from reading an article about the album that each of them did 6 tracks. So I by process of elimination, I was like, oh, yeah, the ones with those fucking monkey laughs on them, those is the Pharrell tracks.
Mm-hmm.
like, cause I could pick out the Kanye shits, cause I know what to expect when I see his name connected to something. I kind of know how to pick out his beats by ear, like. But Pharrell changed it all the way up, like grimy shit. Like the fucking same synthesizers and drum machines that he been using for his whole career ain't nowhere to be found on this album at all.
Mm-hmm.
He came and Pusha did address that his homie who snitched, his ex-manager who snitched and got that whole drug ring busted open that they had, because they was really into some shit. Like they had like a $20 million drug operation going for real.
Yeah.
Like
It's
these niggas almost
it's paperwork on that though.
yeah, them niggas almost went to fucking jail.
Mm-hmm.
He almost got locked the fuck up. Like, and the nigga told, bro. Nigga told. But yeah, this album is fucking great, bro. Like I've been listening to it all day. I'm gonna continue listening to it. I know I'm gonna keep listening to this joint. Let the smoke shine the coop.
Nah, but shit, end all.
This Pusha T album is great. Like, it's definitely one of those top albums, and I mean, whoever drops next, no names.
No, fuck that. Kendrick Lamar. Fuck, nigga. You better not come with no weak shit.
Yeah, because I think
Because I ain't even gonna front. I had a thought, and I was like, am I tripping? No, I'm not tripping. After I heard this, I don't want to hear none of that Kendrick Lamar shit right now.
Nah, see, and I ain't even gonna go as
far as just saying, I don't want to hear no
That's
Kendrick.
not to disparage Kendrick Lamar. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying, like, when I say I ain't want to hear none of that Kendrick Lamar shit right now, I'm like, that concept, narrative-driven shit, all at this point in time I want to hear is just straightforward, hardcore shit.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick, I put pressure on these niggas. I expect greatness from Kendrick Lamar. Nigga gonna have to come out and change my fucking mind on in May.
Yeah. I'm ready to hear that shit though. I'm ready
Because
to hear it.
before this came out, I was like, when Kendrick announced his shit, I was like, I'm just sitting up there thinking, what could the new album be about? I'm ready to hear the concept. This shit was so good. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about no concepts. I just want to hear a nigga spit over some hard ass beats. Now, Kendrick, you gonna have to, Mr. Moral and the Big Steppers gonna have to have a hell of a fucking story, my nigga. Them niggas gonna have to have doing some amazing shit for me to care about what Mr. Moral and the Big Steppers was getting into. So come on out with the album and let me know why I should care about the narrative on the new Kendrick album. I expect greatness from the nigga, so the nigga that I got full confidence in the ability for the nigga to make me care what the fuck he rapping about. I got plenty. It's so many, yeah. That's your shit right there.
Yeah, that's my shit. Nah, but I'm really ready to hear that Kendrick album now. This album didn't do nothing but make me ready to listen to more of that good shit. So I hope Kendrick don't. I almost already know he's not gonna drop a turd, but I don't know if it's gonna be better than this. See, that's the thing. Like,
look, bro, I'm 95% sure Kendrick is coming with that fire. Like you got, that's my threshold for any rapper, 95, because I got to give a 5% margin of error that it might not be great. But Kendrick is at my full threshold that I know he gonna come with that greatness. But shit, like I said, nigga got work to do to pass this one up.
Right. I do agree. He has some work to do. But I mean, I'm pretty sure that Kendrick album is already done. He's just waiting for the date. So
Yeah, he put out a weird ass update to his website yesterday with a bunch of empty folders on it. And if you click on them, it take you to a 404 page.
Yeah, I saw that too. But I mean, I ain't even gonna lie. I don't want none of that shit. Give me the music. I want to hear a fucking single. Don't give me no website. I went to the website and I clicked around for a little bit, and once I realized I won't get no fucking music from it, I left. I don't care about that. I just want to hear.
That's the thing, bro. I was thinking too. I wish I didn't hear singles from this album, from Pusha T album.
Nah.
So
see,
I might not
thing.
listen to those singles from Kendrick shit. I might wait until the album come out and hear everything fresh.
No, and see, that was the thing. Like, if I would have heard Diet Coke just straight, like, what?
See what I mean?
My fucking head probably would have exploded. Because I already had liked Diet Coke. Don't get me wrong. I love that shit. That shit was, like, my favorite song. And Wrist Don't Lie. When I heard Wrist Don't Lie, I was like, damn, that nigga Jay spitting. Like, I'm like, hold on. So, if I would have...
believe it either. I'd be like, Jay-Z's a cheater.
Like, if I would have heard that, just turn on my headphones and those were the songs that's popping up, I'm like, oh shit, nah, this nigga didn't come to play. So, but in all, I mean, even with me hearing those songs before, this album was still fucking top notch at the top. So this album is probably at the top of the list right now as far as music that I done heard this year. So, you know.
Absolutely, bro. Like, so Kendrick, you up next. Got full confidence in you, but right now, shit, nigga, I ain't giving no nigga the mantle until after the album come out. Fuck that. Until after the album come out. That's how I'm doing it. Shit, man. You got anything else to say about the album?
Other than that, shit was good, and I mean, shit, I enjoyed it, and I'm probably about to listen to it when we get done with this. So, nah. Other than that,
nigga.
nah.
The Dope House had a line.
But I do want to say something.
What's that?
So, AdamEve.com, promo code RRPOD. Go up there and get your 6 free videos, your 3 free bonus items, and your free discreet shipping. You get 50% off almost everything in the store. AdamEve.com. Go get that. Because who doesn't want to have better sex? I know everybody that I know wants to have better sex. And this sex and these things can be for men, women, or whoever you want to buy them for. So,
girls,
yes,
girls with your Snapchat premiums.
Oh yes.
Come out there, just fucking buy it. Just get all your shit right here. RRPOD. Get everything. You can just come and get you a nice stimulus package for your business.
Mm-hmm. But also, if that one item that you want is not covered by the 50% off,
right?
Still use it for that free and discreet shipping. Because who doesn't want free shipping? Shipping is a fucking hassle. It's a fucking hassle. It's a fucking hassle. So go ahead, go to AdamEve.com. Put in that, get all what you want, for whoever you want to, get it for. When you get to the promo code, put in RRPOD and click submit. And, get your benefits, get your free shit, and, enjoy yourself with your man, your woman, or anybody that you want to enjoy yourself with. So, again, AdamEve.com, promo code RRPOD. And that's all I got.
Yeah, man.
Also,
Big was alive.
Like, comment, subscribe, Recovery Room Podcast. You already.
Y'all would have got the commission.
Y'all would have got the commission. Nah.